Welcome back to your daily dose of keeping it real about being out here in the Philippines. If I say something to make you mad or piss you off in any kind of way, just know I wasn't trying to do that. I know I'm known for throwing rocks. But if I do offend you in any kind of way, man, honestly, it is what it is because I'm just being honest to the best of my ability. Today, riding around Costa, my little subdivision or whatnot, I decided to take a trip on the other side and, take you guys with me while I talk about what I'm going to talk about. Again, I'm going to throw a few rocks, man, so bear with me, okay? Uh, the things that I really want to talk about are the six traps that will destroy your life here in the Philippines or anywhere else in the world because I'm not going to just single out the Philippines on this one right here. These things can happen to you anywhere in the world, including back in the States and stuff like that. So keep that in mind while you're listening to me talk. But yeah, let me go ahead and jump into what I'm getting ready to jump into, man. The first thing that I think can destroy your life while you're abroad or here in the Philippines, should I say, is don't get set up for failure. And what I mean by that is, there have been stories of guys being duped in the traps that involve underage girls. And this trap can actually happen anywhere in the world. Again, not just here in the Philippines, man, but it's really common here in Southeast Asia for this kind of trap to happen. So you guys need to be careful of what I'm getting ready to say. I just want to bring this to light for you guys. All right. A lot of guys chat with the local women here, trying to hook up or just to see if they are interested in the woman that they're, potentially want to date or whatnot. Just kind of spark up something with them or whatever. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. But in some situations, that can be a dire trap, man. So you guys need to really just, know who you're talking to because let's say this girl does invite you to her house. And then, I've seen situations like this. The girl invites you to her house and for any random reason, and then you go over there. All right, and then there's a young girl in the house. She could be sitting on the couch, she could be laying in the bed, doing whatever she wants to do. Just regular. You're not thinking of it because you're there for the adult woman that invites you over there. All right, and then next thing you know, the lady just steps out of the room and locks the door. And the next thing you know, her alleged father, the police, the barangay, or whoever the officials are, or alleged officials are at that time, they could show up at the door and voila, you're in the room with an underage girl. And now they're getting ready to extort you for money if they don't want to report the situation or bring it up to higher authorities. This trap will destroy you mentally, along with anything else that you're probably going through in your life. When dealing with women here, you need to make sure that you control the environment. Do not be lured into places that you're unaware of, that you're unfamiliar with. If you're dealing with these chicks, make sure you're checking for ID cards. And always use common sense with dealing with foreign women, or just women in general. I'm just going to put it that way, man. There have been a lot of situations like that that actually happened out here. And out here, they got task force and stuff like that target expats that are out here with, for messing with underage kids. And I commend that. They shouldn't be out here. But some guys are really just duped into that situation and they wind up in situations like that. They can just ruin their life. So be careful out here, man, because that does happen. It does happen. And it's not just here in the Philippines. It's around the world, but it's really prevalent around Southeast Asia type, okay? Another trap that I'm seeing or that I've noticed or whatnot is girls getting pregnant for stability. Some women often use pregnancy as a trap to keep men from leaving. Now, there have been many cases of guys being misled by women who poke holes in condoms or lie about being on birth control pills to entice men to disregard the traditional pull-out game. Man, your pull-out game got to be strong out here, bro. I'm going to be real, bro. I mean, honestly, you should be wearing a hat. That's just my opinion. But if you're not wearing a hat, that pull-out game got to be A1, man. You can't do that to yourself, all right? If you understand what I mean, because I don't want to be too vulgar on the internet. All right. Sometimes a sweet woman can be hiding behind that electrifying smile, and that sinister intention could be trapping you for stability, bro. You got to use better judgment when you're out here playing in these streets. One night could potentially just ruin your life, but then on the other hand, it'll be benefiting another person. All right, if you have no intentions of having kids when you coming out here, man, I'm gonna give you some advice, bro. Get a vasectomy before you come out here, man. So if she come up to you and be like, look, I'm pregnant and I got this, and be like, all right, congratulations. I hope you and that baby be all right. Cause check me out. I'm fixed. I can't handle kids, shawty. So you got to kind of put yourself in a position of, power when you're dealing with stuff like that, and just be done with the bull. All right. But again, in most situations, the only opinion that counts in your life is your opinion. So my advice don't mean nothing to you. If you want to take it, take it. If it don't, hey man, best luck to you, man. I'm just trying to help you out. The next one is, again, it's got a pregnancy thing. A lot of guys out here, they get lied to about a pregnancy. And what I mean by this, man, this can be a trap, because some girls are already pregnant when you meet them. And they tell you that you the father because you done went down there and ran up in her. A lot of men run in and out of these bars, and a lot of guys run in and out of these girls that work there. So, and some guys unfortunately fall in love with some of these girls, and they got their hearts vulnerable. They're all exposed how much they feel about them, and they use that as a point to lure them in and like, look, this guy already loves me. This guy, I'm just gonna tell him that this baby is his. That happens around the world. Not just here in the Philippines, but it happens. All right? You guys got to be aware of those things, man. If you ever find out a girl is pregnant and you have the money, get a DNA test before committing to being a father. It's happening more and more and more. I mean, come on, man. You've seen it on the internet. There's guys that's been married for 30 plus years. Dude go get his kidney, got a problem with his kidneys and want to see if his kids can be, compatible to donate a kidney, and find out that that's not even his child. So it does happen. And I know this seems horrible to say stuff like that, but bro, it happens more than we talk about. All right? We got to be more careful when we're dealing with women out here. And it's not to put a stain on women, because it's not all the women that does this, but it's a good handful that do this, and they look at men as a potential come up. And you got to be really, really prepared mentally for these things, and come out here with your mindset intact and your stability intact, so these girls don't be coming out here taking advantage of you. All right. The next one I want to talk about is how you drinking out these clubs, man. You got to watch your drinks, man. A lot of girls, a lot of guys, I always tell these girls, watch your drink. Don't let these guys dupe you, put a Mickey in your drink. And that's cool, man. I like that. I got daughters myself. When my daughter gets old enough to go out and drink, I want her to be able to be cautious and understand the rules of being out there in the game. But this rule applies to men too, especially being in foreign countries and stuff like that, all right? You got to really, 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 really watch out, because, if you don't watch your drink, this leaves room for error. You hear a lot of people telling these women this. Now apply this to your life, man, because you need to realize if someone at the bar puts something in your drink, they probably have plans to take advantage of your wallet, especially if you're a man. In some cases, some men have been sexually assaulted, but it's more common for men to have their cards ripped off or something financially bad to happen to them, because they're too inebriated. They don't know. You know what I'm saying? My advice in that situation, make the bartender open the bottle in front of you, bro, so you know what's in your drink, or you open it yourself. Because again, keep your eyes on your drink. All right? Running scams on foreign men is not uncommon in the world, in the Philippines or anywhere that expats travel for recreation. They often rely on us to get drunk and full of everything else that goes against our common sense, and they take advantage of you. So me, in this situation, what I would do personally, and this is some advice for you guys, I would bring cash and I would leave my wallet. I would leave my wallet and all my credentials and stuff at my hotel room, and then I'll hide the things that I have away from the staff that has access to my room, just in case something does happen. You just can't be too cautious, man. All right, you got to really protect yourself. I would also avoid running tabs, because I've been in Korea before, so I used to work in Camp Casey or whatnot, and some of you guys that are listening to me, you've been to Camp Casey, you've been to Camp Stanley, Yongsan, Dongdaecheon, and they got a lot of drinky bars up there, and the mama son, they would get out there and they'll run a bag on you, they'll run your tab up. What I would do if I were you, I would cash out at every transaction, because it eliminates the potential for them to add up stuff to you. You know what you purchased, when you purchased it, and how much it's supposed to cost. So you're saving yourself some money. in that process, because if you get too inebriated, you out here messed up, you walking, wobbling at the legs, fumbling at the mouth and stuff like that, eyes cross-eyed, you don't know where you at, man, they're going to run your pockets. They're going to take everything from you. So I just want you to be cautious when you out here, okay? The next thing that I want to talk about that could potentially ruin your life, you need to make sure that the girls that you're dealing with is single. Okay. A lot of guys come to Southeast Asia looking for love, just to find out that the woman that they're involved with potentially has a relationship established or some kind of commitment established with somebody else. You know, it could be another foreigner. It could be a local national. But you just don't know. So you got to be careful about this. You know, if a woman, even if a woman has kids, if a woman has kids out here, make sure that you ask her about the relationship between the father and those kids and herself. And if the guy is involved with the kids, and I hope that he is involved with the kids because they're his kids, you need to take a back seat and observe, man. You need to watch the interactions between him, the kids, and the woman. Because if she ain't got nothing to hide, she ain't got nothing to hide. Right? But if she's hiding his existence, then it could be a potential red flag, bro. I've seen situations where guys are actually pimping their wives out for money with expats. So you need to be aware of these situations. You know, people can be in a relationship with everybody else. They got girls that are texting foreigners and stuff like that. They get money from you, get money from him, get money from everybody else. All right? And in some situations, some bad situations, some expats often find themselves on the opposite end of a barrel because they didn't know who they were dealing with. Love in places like the Philippines is taken seriously. All right? If the woman you are involved with has hidden intentions, it could be dangerous for you. Ask the right questions and match her words with her actions. Take time to know your mate. Because if you don't, you could be going home in a pine box in the worst case scenario. So be careful about that, all right? The last one that I want to go over is investing in local businesses. Now, this is a big trap, all right? A lot of expats come to the Philippines with a pretty impressive financial portfolio, and it's not a secret. I mean, a lot of guys talk, you know, and most guys, you know, we talk about our finances. I mean, me personally, I like to keep it quiet. You know, and I hope that you would too. But for the most part, you know guys that talk about their portfolio, especially when they got a heavy one. All right. So it's safe to say that when they get involved with the locals, many people will offer percentages if they invest in their businesses. And if you're involved with a woman here and her family needs help, most guys find themselves running to an ATM machine trying to be Captain Saber Tribe. And then they end up in dire situations because most likely they won't see that money come back anyway. All right? You're not going to see it. If you are to set up a business here in the Philippines or any other foreign country, my advice is to get it incorporated at minimum. And always consult with your attorney or consult with the local attorneys that are here to make sure that you maximize your profits while at the same time protecting your interest and protecting your life, bro. Many countries, like the Philippines, will get you hurt, especially if you're looking for a return on your investments. I see Chinese nationals airing each other out here behind investments. And it ain't no secret. It be on the Bureau of Immigration and all kinds of stuff like that. I see expats getting into it with each other behind money. And I've seen expats getting their head rocked with local nationals playing with money. Y'all need to be careful out here dealing with this money. You just keep it to yourself. Anytime you move to countries where you are seen as the top dog in the yard, you have there's a high potential for people to approach you for business opportunities that could be nothing but a dangerous scam. Beware out here, man. And again, I'm just telling you this, man. And I came up with this idea for this video, man, because I recently seen somebody in my area get their head rocked. They ain't died nothing like that, but they got beat up at a nightclub and police was everywhere. And come to find out, it was behind some money. So yeah, man, you don't want to be face down on the pavement behind something that you could prevent yourself. All right. That's all that I got for you guys today, man. I hope these tips help you out. If they didn't, hey, man, I'll try again on the next video, all right? Make sure you love yourself, man, at all times, man. Put yourself first in your own life. Don't put nobody before you, man, especially if you out here traveling and stuff like that. Love yourself enough to be first. And then lastly, but most importantly, man, understand the character that you're portraying when you're out here, okay? And be the best ambassador for your country that you're representing. And why I say that, man, because they, out here in the Philippines, man, people can look at you with a good heart, or they can look at you with as a financial bag or a financial come up or something like that. You need to be an ambassador to show these people that, you know what, I come from Western civilization or wherever I come from, and we are men of standards. We are men of standards. And if you're a woman out here, you're a woman of standards. Put your feet on the ground, 10 toes down at all times. All right? Until next time, guys, holla at your boy. Peace out, bro.